All right, traders. 8 a.m. on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. This is the Spread Live Stock Trading and Option Trading Show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. I am Shimano Trader at Shimano Trader on Instagram. If you want to connect there, please subscribe to our show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for your support today. We've been watching trades this morning. We've already made a nice bag on Boeing calls that really ripped this morning. SPY is powering higher. We've got green across the board. A little bit of a sell-off pre-market, but we've regained that off the bad data that came out for the GDP. But other than that, things are looking smooth. We're in the profit for today. We're just going to continue to watch our positions. We've lost money on the SPY today. Just trying to scalp the SPY has not been good to us, but Boeing has really printed our lunch money for today. We're looking to take one more trade before the end of the show. Just looking for an A+ setup on that. We're most likely looking for puts on the SPY side, but we'll see. We'll see how things play out. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us today.
Hump day, yeah.
Why this level here? Won't fill me. Trying to get into 505 puts on SPY. Just don't trust this move to the upside. No, if I do 501, it'll be for March. Oh. Yeah, man, when you look at puts on the SPY for Friday. Huh, interesting. All right, continue to watch option flow as well on Unusual Wells. Just watching the option flow come in. I mean, I don't understand flow too much either, so I'm still learning myself. Oil sold off hard this morning. We picked up a position overnight. I mean, yesterday before market, we picked up on the oil move, and we're able to make some money and close those positions out this morning. Peloton's had a pop this morning. That was good. Yeah, big sell-off on oil. Big sell-off on oil. SPY keeps pumping. It's going to bring up Apple with it. Just trading carefully here. We got PCE tomorrow morning. Don't forget that. Boeing starting to reverse a bit. So we made a nice bag on Boeing this morning. Look at that move on Boeing. We had 205 calls for Friday. And we closed them out. We just shot up. Tokido in the house. What's up, buddy? Good. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello, man. How are you today? How's your day going? Or your evening-ish? Taquito, how our future's looking, man? Swimming in the charts, taking a little break. Good, man. It's always good. Yeah, that's why I really want to stream like 3 times a week, because it just becomes too much, I think. I'm trying to be on here every day. Well, good to see you. What are you seeing in the market, man? What do you think? You think SPY continue to push higher? Nice move on the SPY this morning. You see any pullback for a close of day today? Yeah, look at Boeing. What if we didn't take profits on Boeing? All right. Well, thank you very much anyway, sir. Well, good luck to you on your trading, man. Are you going to stream anytime soon? I'd love to watch you trade. TGTX. That's not Target, right? No. Target is TGT, right? Let me see. TGTX. Oh, man. Wow. Oh, it's a therapeutical company. Jeez, look at that move, man. Did you play this? Did you play TGTX? Oh, no. I hope they don't block my stream with that song. Okay, let me switch to Taquito. Don't know about streaming. It's challenging, and I'm bouncing trading 3 accounts. Yeah, I get you, man. I totally understand you, Taquito. It's a little distracting. I've been sharing with some of my viewers how sometimes I feel this pressure that like I gotta make money. I gotta stream. So I've completely thrown everything out the window, man. I'm just doing my thing, streaming, having fun, playing music, trade a little bit, a couple hours, and I gotta go back to my real life of operating this business. But yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I don't think that's a bad idea. Now I understand why like AK-47 is only on a couple hours, and that's what I mean. There's things I'm sure he wants to do and wants to get done throughout the day. But Taquito, man, always a pleasure when you're in here, man.
Hump day.
Always like at least chit-chatting with you a little bit. Oh, thank you very much, man. Yeah, I'm trying, dude. I mean, like I said, um, I probably put in about 50% of the effort that I could put into it, but I am putting an effort into it. So I think just I don't want to spread myself too thin. You know, I've got so much going on in my own personal life outside of trading. I always come back to trading. I spend a lot of time here. But no, I mean, your feedback, man, I love it, Taquito. Thank you so much, man. I mean, every time you pop in here, you make me feel good. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely, man. We'll get the word out. You know, we'll get the word out. No big deal. I'm sure it'll take a little bit of time. I follow other streamers and I hear their stories where they were like doing what I'm doing right now. It's like 2 people in the room or they were by themselves, and 2-3 years later, 4 years later, they've got this huge following. So I know that this is just part of the process to build an audience and to build the following. And obviously having people like you come by and pop in on me and give me some support, man, that's really cool. But honestly, God, it doesn't make a difference to me, right? Like if I'm here by myself or if I've got 50 people in here, 100 people in here, whatever, I'm going to just keep streaming like I've got a million people looking at me. So I'm just continue to be that way. I just want to be entertaining and have a place to come in and, have a different perspective and that sort of thing. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just gotta be. It's exactly what it is, man. We can't expect to be rich in one day and get it all done in one day. But this TGTX move, man, great job. If you were long on this and you saw this play before it happened, man, that what a move today. I mean, it's gone from Jesus like 12.47 to 18, like a $6 move. Wow. Hope you banked on that. Little bit of a red shoot there on the market. Maybe a topping tail here. Hope so. Oh, man. Have you considered cash, Taquito? Is there a reason you don't trade on a cash account? I used to have that PDT rule all the time, man. And switching to a cash account made a big difference for me. Yeah, it sucks, man. Yeah, that PDT rule sucks. But I also think it's a good, especially for new traders. It's a good rule, right? It's like a hard stop. You can't do this. That's why the same thing with cash accounts, because in a cash account, once you use up your purchasing power, you're done for the day. So it's almost the same thing. So But I think there's some limitations to the cash account that you can't do on a margin account. Yeah, exactly. And what I learned about the 25K also is that you got to stay at 25K, right? So for example, if you open up your account at 25 and then you draw down to like 24.50, that's considered under the 25K. So I've learned of that one as well. But yeah, man, we're all just traders trying to learn, trying to make some money, and trying to get good at what we do and trying to come in here and scoop up some cash and just move on with our day. But no doubt about it, this is something I really enjoy. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy streaming, and it's fun. And like I told my wife, I'm gonna do it regardless. I'm gonna be here and trade anyway, whether there's people watching or not. It really doesn't matter to me. Yeah, $100 a day, man. Yeah, I was talking a lot about how we're so, once we get to that $100 mark, and then you surpass it. Now you're like, oh man, $100 a day ain't doing it for me anymore. I need 300 a day. So it's pretty interesting how we change as traders, how our how we change as traders. Period. From our greed levels to our fear levels, all these things that we got to deal with as traders, man. But it's such an incredible journey. I'm glad I haven't quit yet. Hey, Tesla's pumping, man. Good move on Tesla. Yeah, exactly, right? So even that, you've seen the percentage moves on a penny stock, and yeah, it really screws with you, man. It really does. So I guess it's what we do here, especially on the streaming side, to see what other traders are experiencing. We feel like, oh well, it's not just me. Taquito goes through the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's fair, man. I think $100 a day is a good like minimum. Like trying to say, hey, if I can make $100 a day, that's my minimum. That's a solid strategy. That's 500 a week. 2,000 a month. I mean, who'd be mad at that? 100%, man. Some of the things that I've been doing taquito too is just changing my time frames too, right? To try to be in more swing positions and try to cut back on my zero DTE exposure, which has burned me. Yeah. Bigger time frames, bigger moves. I think Charlie Munger said it that the big money is in the patience, right? So you got to be patient while these moves are playing out and set yourself up. I mean, look at the one you were showing me with TGTX. I mean, if you were well positioned in that stock, I mean, that's a great day. All right, we're continuing to watch Apple, Tesla here. Tesla's got a nice move up to the upside. It sold off a little bit yesterday, but it's recovered nicely. And obviously, Boeing was our big money maker today. We made a nice bag on that Boeing move. We've re-entered. Oh no, dude! I have I usually day trade like the SPY or just I have a basket of fries. I say a basket of fries. I have a basket of stocks that I usually like hang out with, and I'm trying to do that on my video library here on TradeCaster, where I do a weekly anticipated range, based on option flow on a particular stock, and that's really been helping me kind of hone in on a specific type of stocks and get familiar with their movement. Boeing, SPY, Tesla, or Apple are some of the stocks that I'm watching every week. So I have a long-term strategy. This is just my day trading stuff that I do, but I also preach the long term. So yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, I day trade just for a couple hours during the day here, just to have fun with the market. But I usually I'm more of a long term trader. So like Tesla's a position that I was building as it was selling off. I built up a nice core position, and on this move here, I'm just selling it into the strength and getting some profits out of it. So I have, scalping is kind of what my channel says, but I think if you spend enough time with me, you'll realize that, long term strategy is probably where my heart is. And the day trading is really done out of like rushes, right? You would like that little rush, that little rush you filling your veins when you're in a stock and you're trading and you walk away with $300 in a minute, 10 minutes, whatever. So I'm a little addicted to that. Yeah. So there's this guy that I follow. His name is Josh Answers. He has this thing called the Trading Fraternity, and he streams every day on YouTube. I think it's YouTube / the stock market, and he preaches. Yeah, so that's a good split, Taquito, 60-40. Yeah, man, and it just whatever, if you're able to make some nice profits on the day trading, just move them over to the to the swing trading portfolio. Also other investments, right? Airbnbs, buying another business. So there's a bunch of other things that I want to do, but it really comes from funding it through day trading and then moving my profits over to a different portfolio, a different account, that sort of thing. I think that's a sound strategy. I don't know too many day traders that are making a lot of money just day trading every day. Everybody talks kind of the same model that I'm kind of preaching right now, which is, take your profits and move them into a more long-term, safer way to grow that money. So, yeah. So I think we have the right idea, Taquito, for sure. For sure. All right. See what we got here. Apple continues under the 5-day EMA line. Over here to our upper left-hand side, we're still under the 5-day EMA line. So it's still being respected. That Boeing has hit the top of the range for the weekly expected move here. So it's hit that top of the range. We expected resistance at this level. I mean, it hit it at exactly at that level. If you're curious, we set up this weekly expected move on Sunday's video, so which you can go back and watch us set that bracket for Boeing. We set these green lines here for it, so you can watch how we did that. And now you're seeing how price is reacting to that level, and it can help you build a strategy moving forward with the expected range of the week. So if you go to my Tradecaster video library, you'll find two videos. One is from the previous week and one was from this last Sunday that we did. So we'll recap the way the stock moved within that range for the previous week, and then we'll chart new ranges for the upcoming week. So those videos usually come out on Sunday night or Monday morning. So we watched Boeing come up to this level here now, just taking a little bit of a breather, or was that the top? We don't know. So we're going to continue to watch that. And then we are still sitting on Apple puts, 180 puts for Friday. We're going to hang on to those and see if PCE creates some disruption tomorrow. But the markets look strong, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we the news tomorrow is a good news and we just go to new all-time highs. I wouldn't be surprised either. But I know that there is a little bit of an underlying weakness in the market, especially with oil spiking and things like that. So we'll see. All I know is like Beyond Meat yesterday had terrible earnings and it shot up 100%. So it's a rigged game. Learn the rules. And then watching this candle formation on SPY here, to me, right, like it's I thought when we were down here that this was all bearish action because of all the wicking happening here, and I'm forming a bearish bias over here because of the wicking happening at this level. Like this would be like a blow off top. What invalidates this blow off top is a close candle above this one. So what I'm gonna do to that candle is I'm just gonna put a little bit of a box around it just to watch the level, but it looks a little strong too. So all right, so we'll see what it does at that level. Just going to continue to monitor that. And then got about 30 more minutes for the show to finish up here. Hopefully I'm not getting blocked here because this music that I'm playing. No, everything looks good. We can check real quick. Hang on, Taquito. Let me see. What is it? CRNX? CRNX. Oh, pharmaceuticals. Love the pharmaceuticals. All right. So, yeah. So it has earnings 228. So that's today, right? Yeah, man. So I'm all for it. You know, I'm just looking for good trades, right? So, um, depending on now, it's just really I just to answer your question directly. Whatever's hot, you know. Sometimes I have my cluster or my basket of stocks, but you know, like Boeing or what was another one that we traded, like Lyft, right? Like Lyft was not a stock that I was necessarily watching, but after earnings, you know, it popped like it did, so we jumped into that. So no, you know, we just want to make money, man. Doesn't matter how, as long as it's legal, ethical. Yeah. So you've got earnings after the market. Um, for this CRNX Tokido 228 after the market. Let's CRNX. Let me see. I'm gonna go to the chain option on it. CRNX. So let me show you some Tokido. Let me know if this. If, I don't know if this is gonna help you or not, but let me show it to you anyway. Let me move the. Let me move you over to my option flow. Oh shoot, what happened here? Okay, cool. There you go. So you can see I'm gonna show you Taquito. Well, how come it's not showing? Oh yeah, it should show. Right. So you should be able to see my flow page here, Taquito. And I'm gonna go to CRNX, right? And I'm going to the option flow, March 15, which is next. Well, it's a couple of weeks out. So so you see this plus 511 here? That is the anticipated move for March 15. So there's a $5 move expected on CRNX for March 15, right? So the stock's trading at 45.10. It'd be a $5 move. So 55 for a 2 standard deviation. Puts. Oh man, the puts are expensive. And so are the calls. Oh, interesting. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to see. You know, this guy Josh Answers when he trades, he talks a lot about the expected moves on a stock. Oh man, what happened here? So sometimes I'm able to tell by looking at the option flow, kind of what the what the bias might be on a stock. So, but it was really hard to tell on CRNX because it has projections. It's so far out into the week. I thought I would show like next week's expirations, but it doesn't. And that usually will help me because it gives you that range, right? So that you can see if you're within that that deviation. So that's what I do every Sunday. I do a video like that, and I just go over the expected move for the week, and it kind of helps me, gives me a trading zone, like a trading zone I can work off of. Let me put Tesla back up here. So I hope that helps, Taquito. I'm not sure if it helps you or not, but just something else, right? Like that's why I like watching other people trade, because sometimes they have resources or they have things that I wasn't aware of, and it can help me. Just like the strategy that I keep preaching about. I've learned it from Raider Trader, and I've been using it a lot. All right, guys, so we're seeing a little bit of a reversal on SPY here. That's pretty interesting to see here, right? So this little box here, I mean, we call this a wicking, kind of like a blow off top on this move that happened with SPY. So we are sitting on 505 puts for the SPY. There's 0 DTE, not a recommendation. You will lose money. But we might have hit the top of the move for today. And let's see how the rest of the day plays out with it. Now is RW. Oh, that's Sean. I'm sorry, Tikino. What I think is the hot crypto trend will be, I think it will be RWA, real world assets. This is what I am invested in. Sean's a good resource, man. He knows people. He shares some good stuff with us. All right, traders. So 826 here. We are watching the SPY. We've taken 2 trades on the SPY. We're in our 3rd trade on the SPY right now. We've taken puts as we were building this here earlier in the morning here. We've gotten burned on those puts. So we closed those out at a loss, and we shot up here, and we took the same put, 505 puts, but we took it up here. That's a lot cheaper than it was down here, and we're gonna see if we fade into the close here today. And try to recover those losses. There were real small losses in the SPY, so we really made our bag on Boeing today. So we took calls, Friday calls on Boeing way down here. So before this move happened, when we starting to see the buildup on this candle, we jump into calls, which was 202.50 calls, and this thing shot up all the way to 207, which is what's the expected range for the week. If you want to know more about that, check out my video in the Tradecaster library, how I get that and how we review those every week. So yeah, it's kind of topped out exactly at that level. This green line was drawn out on Sunday night, and Boeing's move kind of topped out at that level. It might have a little bit more to go, but it's just it got rejected there at that level. So that is our banger for the day. I think we made let me see, do I still have a percentage? No, I took my percentage away, but I think we made about like 160% return on that move in like a matter of minutes, because this move was pretty big. It's starting to give it up a little bit now too. So it was like 230, 250 on that profits on that. And then we are also sitting on Apple puts for Friday expiration. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday or if you guys heard about it. So Apple revealed that it was going to discontinue its production of the Apple Car, or whatever stage they were at in doing the Apple Car. They've announced that they are going to put a halt on that, and they're going to shift over to AI. So when that announcement came out yesterday, we saw this candle on Apple, right? We're literally at the breaking point. If you guys don't know, Apple it's been riding this upward trend. Let me see if I can show it to you guys really quick. So Apple's been riding this upward trend here, right? This is like, I think from December of last year. Is that right? I think so. Anyway, like it's a couple years, about a couple months back, but it's been holding this upward trend here. You guys see this upward trend here? It's been holding it. And right yesterday, we're approaching it, and then we're like, okay, it's gonna break, and once it breaks, it's gonna flush, right? Like that was. I mean, this is not just me talking, guys. This is like everybody who's watching Apple is watching that trend line, and everybody's like, okay, this is it. It's about to happen. We're about to flush, and boom. The news comes out. Not doing Apple cars anymore. We're now doing AI, and the stock shoots up. So, is this a rigged game? Absolutely. How do you play a rigged game? Know the rules. That's all it is. So know that is the rules. Just like right here with Boeing, right? Like I took my profits on Boeing already, even though my expiration is on Friday. But I already had made $250. Why do I want to hang on to that? Why do I want to hang on to that trade until Friday, especially with PCE tomorrow? So sometimes you just gotta take your profits and come back another day. And okay, so meanwhile, the Apple calls, the Apple puts are not in the money anymore. They were at one point, but now we're gonna see if we can get this to flush tomorrow. And then we've re-entered SPY. Here's the last trade of the day, 505 puts. See if we can get a sell off at the end of the day. Those were like $15, so. It was a small investment, even though SPY already took I think it took like $35 already today. All right, 8:30 on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. You can follow me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. And this is The Spread. We are a live trading show, and we broadcast Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We do some pre-market prep, get ready for the market, set our levels, and then we get ready for the market to open. So please subscribe to our show. Be part of our show. Join us a couple times a week. We appreciate your support. And also, please know that we do have a giveaway that we are doing. If you don't know, we have a giveaway where we are giving away a book. And the name of the book is The Best Loser Wins. This book is a book on trading psychology. It teaches you the challenges of a trader, why we get scared when we're supposed to be not scared, and why we are hopeful when we're not supposed to be hopeful. So a great book by Tom Hoggart. This book is available only in the United States because that's how Amazon ships. So there is a post on my Instagram at Shimano Trader that you can check out. There is a couple of rules to follow. If you abide by those rules, then we will be doing a live giveaway on March 15th. We will be on the air giving away this book. So please know, no shame that not a lot of people have participated. I've been promoting it for about a week and a half now. Nobody has really gone onto the post and done anything. So that means that for you, that is an opportunity to get to the top of that list and be part of that. Be part of that contest. So we hope that you join us and that you participate in that giveaway. All right, watching the SPY sell off here. So now we are looking really good on our SPY puts. We're quite a bit away from the money, but if this is any indication of the move has already happened this morning and we sell off into the close, we should be able to pick up some money on the SPY there. So we will see if 505 pays us. We're already in the money, meaning we're already making money on the SPY because we opened this 505 put way up here, right? It was really cheap. It was like 23 bucks, I think it was. So we have a real cheap put that we bought up here on the SPY, and we're making money on the way down right now. So hopefully this thing flushes and we'll make some money on that. And then Apple, it's again, one if you guys join me frequently, you will know that this 5-day EMA line is one of my favorite indicators. Anything above it is bullish. Anything below it is bearish. Full body candle closes is what we want to see when that happens. So another thing that I like to tell anyone who watches me is to look left, right? Look left, right? So what's happening at these levels, right? We have a lot of support here, but usually when you see reaction on a stock, first thing you want to do is look left. Like why is it doing what it's doing at that level, and then set that level. That level might help you on a future trade. I'm going to be doing a couple more giveaways this year. So this is just one of potentially 3. I want to give away 2 more books. One of them is called Market Wizards. And there's another one by the same author. So stay tuned. Check out the stream 3 times a week. Participate, ask questions, follow me, or don't. It's cool too. No big deal. And hopefully you guys can get to participate in some of those giveaways and hopefully get educated. A lot of this trading game is being educated and learning and watching other people trade. And I'm not just talking about myself, just in general. Seek out the information, seek out those traders, and see if you can learn. And there's a lot of free stuff too. So a lot of stuff you don't have to pay for. So it's just a matter of just taking the time to learn and execute. By that, I mean, like, you got to have screen time and you have to place trades. Even if it's a paper trade, if you trade on Ameritrade, which is going to be Charles Schwab now. But if you trade like on Thinkorswim has a demo feature or an on-demand feature, so you can literally paper trade the market live. Like, you can replay the day, so you can say, okay, market opens, but you could be trading in the middle of the night, but just paper trading, and you can learn the ins and outs of trading, learn how to execute a trade, learn how to deal with your emotions. But make no mistake, traders, it is the learning is in the actual doing, right? Theory can only go so far. You gotta get into the market and experience the fear and the hope that comes with being a day trader, or just a trader in general. I mean, we talk day trading, but we have multiple strategies here. We want to swing trade. I always encourage people to swing trade. Do not get caught up in the day trade fallacy. Any trader you talk to that is a day trader will tell you, at least the honest ones will tell you, that they are moving their profits into long-term portfolios, or they're moving their profits into other business ventures. They're buying buildings, they're buying Airbnbs, they're buying, cash flowing assets, and not, gambling that money every day. I mean, you can't. I just don't think it's realistic to be a day trader, a successful day trader, without a swing mentality, right? So Charlie Munger says the big money is in the patience, right? Look at Bitcoin. Gives you an example, right? If you would just bought your Bitcoin years ago, or whenever that was, and just leave it alone, don't touch it. Josh Answers from the Trading Fraternity likes to talk about, if you're going to buy things for your long-term portfolio, do not touch it for at least 10 years, or have the mentality that, I'm going to buy this stock and I'm not going to touch it for 10 years. I mean, that's got to be the attitude. And by doing that, we've been able to catch some really good moves like Redfin. I think there's a couple of other really beat up stocks that we've picked up: Disney, Target. Just these stocks that were just getting ripped apart by the stock market. Well, we just identify those. Take your profits from your day trading, move it over into a long term account, pick up those shares, watch your wealth grow. I mean, it's incredible. I've seen so many portfolios of people who, just like me, just like you, that make the decision that they're going to have a long-term portfolio. They're going to focus on a basket of fries or beat up stocks, and they're just going to add it, right? They make a deposit into that account every month, a couple $100. If you have a job, save $100 a month, make that deposit into your brokerage account every month, and just build up that money, and then buy shares here, shares there, and just have that mentality. I'm not touching this portfolio for 10 years. I'm not going to touch these stocks for 10 years, because I can show you on these charts, man, stocks that you said were never going to fail, right? I mean, I think if you look at X, meaning not Twitter, but X for steel, American Steel. I mean, if you look at what that company was once worth and what it's worth today, it'll blow you away, right? I guess one of the best lines that I've heard as of late is the rig game. Just know the rules. So understand that it's a rig game, and that there's people in the stock market that are a lot smarter than you and I that are out here taking our money, because you don't necessarily lose your money. You lose the money, but it just means somebody else got it, right? Whoever sold you that premium, whoever sold you that share, whatever, money is just exchanging hands in the market. And it is the smarter people that are exiting positions as the dumb people are entering positions, and that sort of thing. So that smart money, dumb money thing is a real thing. But I always preach education, learning, spending time watching people trade, listening to their videos, especially if you find a trader that you can resonate with, and I've been trading for probably about 7 or 8 years, and probably the last 2-3 years have been my most active years, like my most active, like actually trading every day or watching the market every day. I don't have a job, thankfully. I own a business, and usually by 9 o'clock is kind of when I really kind of get my day going for my business. So trading from 6 to 9 in the morning is ideal, and that's when I can do it. But there's sometimes that I get stuck here on my computer. Like I just get stuck. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to watch the market, and that's good and bad, right? So just I think what has really helped me, guys, and girls, or guys and gals, is the streaming, like rewatching this stream. So I tend to record maybe an hour, the last hour of the show, or a couple, I just might record just for 15 minutes if I'm in an exciting trade and that sort of thing. But by going back to watch myself, right, and go through the process of hearing myself talk, but watching me make trades, like I'm like watching myself, and then I can be a little bit more critical of the things that I may or may not be doing to jeopardize myself, or to help myself. So when I have to upload this video into Tradecaster, or I have to upload it on on YouTube and that sort of thing, I'm able to see myself, right, and watch myself trade, and then I can just be critical about myself. I was super emotional there. What the hell was I doing here? So I mean, it might sound silly, but I was in sales for a couple of years, and they used to talk to us a lot about practicing in front of the mirror, and or recording yourself and then hearing yourself. And so you can see your mannerisms, you can see your body language, you can hear your tone. I mean, all these things that probably sounds like cringe, like I don't want to see myself, I don't want to hear myself talk or whatever it is. But there's definitely an advantage and value in watching yourself trade, and like kind of recapping your day. Everybody talks about keeping logs and things like that. Like there's some real value to that. And I think sometimes we just dismiss it as like, I don't want to have to do that, or I don't want to do that. But I think, those are some of the things that I've implemented over the years that has really helped me, is keeping a trading log, at least keeping an eye on my P&L for the day, keeping an eye on the P&L for the week, for the month, having an understanding about what I average on my losing trades, and how many losing trades I place in a month versus winning trades, what the average is of those trades. And it teaches you a lot about yourself and about your trading. So I think you're doing a disservice to yourself if you're not going back and just kind of spending the time kind of recapping your day, watching yourself if you can, or keeping a trading journal, all these things that these people talk about that we go, yeah, not me though, I'm good. It's probably one of the reasons why we're not better traders. So I encourage you to stay curious and to continue to educate yourself. And on that note, as you guys know, I'm doing a giveaway, right? So I'm giving a book giveaway. I've talked about it already a couple times here. I try to do it maybe 2-3 times throughout my stream and remind you guys that I am giving a giveaway. I am giving away a book. And you can go to @ShimanoTrader on Instagram and look for a post that has the book. The book is called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogarth. And that book teaches you a lot about a little bit of kind of what I'm talking about, just kind of that we're not wired to be good traders. When we're hopeful, we're fearful when we're supposed to be hopeful, and hopeful when we're supposed to be fearful. I sound like a broken record, but that resonates with me so much. And I'll give you an example here in Boeing, right? So we took 202 calls for Boeing, and it has a Friday expiration, but we took the play today, made $200 on it. And what do you think happened, right? Like, we got out of this position. We're out of it already. But look, if I would have just hung out and been a little bit more patient, we're probably going to get a second move to the upside. Maybe. I don't know. But my point is that I was fearful when I was in this trade. As soon as this trade started going my way, I started getting scared. I'm like, damn, I'm up $100. I'm up $200. And I start getting scared. Like, I don't want to lose this money. I don't want to lose money. So what do? Say it with me. What do? We cut our winners short, right? We cut our winners short. So could have still been in this trade. I got out when it was like around 205, 205.50. It's at 206.89. The premium is popping. I got out. Why? Because I'm scared. I'm so scared that this thing's gonna reverse and it's gonna take my profits, right? So guess what I did? I took my profits. I'm out of it now, right? But because I'm scared. Now, if this trade was going against me, what do you think I'd be doing? I'd be hopeful. I'd be like, oh, I hope it comes back. Oh, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. I know it's going to come back, right? Like, this is the mind game, right? Oh, it's going to come back while it's losing money. It's losing money. And you're like, oh, it's going to come back. Watch it come back. Watch it come back. And maybe in the past, you've had 1 or 2 trades or a handful of trades that did happen. It's happened to me on SPY that, like right now, I'm short on SPY and with the hope, right? That it's going to reverse, right? So that's why we hang on to our losers so much longer than we do our winners, because we are hopeful when we're supposed to be fearful. When we're losing money, we've got to be the best loser. That's why the book is called The Best Loser Wins, because, I'm losing money, I'm out. And you just get out. You just don't think about it. Don't fight yourself over it. Don't try to convince yourself. Don't find reasons to stay in the trade. All these things that we go through as traders. Well, that book is trying to teach you that, right? Be a good loser, right? I'm losing money. I'm getting out. I'm done with the stock. I'm going to look for another play. So it talks a lot about how we're wired to not be good traders, right? And how, all our brain is trying to do is trying to prevent us from getting hurt. That's what our brain is trying to do, right? Because as soon as you close out that losing trade, now the real feeling of loss really hits you, right? Once you hit sold and you're down $300 and you're like, damn, I lost $300, right? That's what you say to yourself. And what your brain is trying to do is trying to avoid you from hitting that realization that you've taken a loss. So what do? Well, you stay hopeful. So you feel better about the trade because you're staying hopeful rather than accepting the fact that you've lost money and you're in a losing trade and you need to get out or you're going to keep losing that money. And I don't know how many times you guys have been in that position, but I can tell you about dozens and dozens of times when I've watched my money just disappear and I feel like helpless. I feel like I can't hit the close button. So yeah, man, that's my philosophy for today. If you feel me, shoot up a little heart, little thumbs up on the trade. If you feel that, if you experience that sort of feeling when you're doing trades, and because that is the real struggle as a trader. That is the real struggle right there. Yeah, exactly, Taquito. What Taquito's saying is the truth, right? We don't want to know that we're wrong. We don't want to accept that we are wrong, and that's why trading is so emotional, right? It's so emotional. Yeah, exactly. So because we're emotionally attached to the trade, we end up sometimes getting the poor results that we get. because we don't want to admit we're wrong. So the book teaches you how to deal with that. So I hope that you make an effort to participate in that giveaway. We will be doing a live giveaway March 15 here on air. And if there's not a lot of people that are taking me up on the offer, so if you want to be one of the first ones, then your chances of winning that are really, really high right now, because we don't have a lot of participants, and that's fine. That's okay. No big deal. It's perfectly fine with me. I am going to trade and I am going to stream regardless, and I will be here those 3 times a week doing what I love to do, which is to trade for a couple of hours a day, and I hope you will join me. All right.
Hump day, hump day, hump day, yeah.
All right, continuing to watch Apple here, just trade sideways. We are sitting on puts. We're like $1.34 away from being in the money on that. Seems a little tough. We continue to hold our SPY puts. This is our little, like our little warning zone. It wicked up here. And then we have our pre-market, our previous day high here. This is previous day high. So if you join me in the morning when we set up our levels, we like to chart our previous day high, which is this green bar here, and then our previous day low, which is the red bar in the bottom, and then we chart our pre-market highs and lows as well. So So what we do is our green line here is our pre-market high, and then there's a red line here. There is, right? Yeah, there's a red line here. It's just hiding behind the yellow line. That is our pre-market low, and that is our market setup. So we want to set up our pre-market highs, pre-market lows, previous day highs, previous day lows, and then try to see how price reacts in those zones. And that helps me trade the SPY. And I've also been sharing a lot about, I don't know if you guys are been here before or whatever, but I also have a video on the TradeCaster library where we set the anticipated move. So if you look here at Tesla, you see this green line. Right, if you'll see it at the bottom and you'll see it at the top. So every Sunday night we look at the option flow and the expected move of that trade for the week, and then we set those charts. So we'll do 2 things on Sunday. We'll review the previous week's price action inside that range, and then we'll chart new expected ranges for the week on those stocks as well. So that's what we do, and what that does is shout outs to Raider Trader. That strategy, what it teaches you is it teaches you to focus on what the expected range is going to be for the week, instead of trying to look for levels that perhaps are not even in the anticipated move. As you guys know, none of that stuff is 100% foolproof, and nothing is. So, but it's just something else to add to your trading strategy that may or may not help you in your trading journey. All right, it's like lunchtime, or it's almost lunchtime in the East Coast. So we usually get a little bit of a slow in volume here. See the SPY here. This was the only time it really spiked in volume here on this spike here. And then volume has resumed to trend lower. I think this entire week, and just watching other people trade this week, there's been a lot of talk about volume, just the lack of volume in the market. It could very well be because of PCE to tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, so tomorrow PCE comes out. So you guys trade carefully. Make sure you're positioned correctly going into tomorrow's data dump. And, trade safe. Be careful. Be careful out there. People trying to take our money. All right, the S&P 500 is 5,076. Key level on the S&P is 5065. So anything above 5065, we're pretty bullish. But anything sub 5065 might be a little bit of a pullback in the market. So keep an eye on that. The VIX is really low as well. It had spiked earlier, I think last week. But just looking around the market, SPY kind of holding right now in this box here. Tesla is kind of a little bit of a pullback. Apple's really not done much this morning, and I mean it kind of sold off at open, and it's just been trading sideways. Maybe a little baby bear flag there, little immature bear flag forming on Apple. That's an interesting. That's an interesting observation, especially going into PCE tomorrow. So we'll see how that is. Still, staying below the 5-day EMA line. SPY, we already talked about. Tesla, we talked about. Boeing was our big winner today. It's kind of seeing what it's going to do at that level. Yeah, and then other than that, we'll see how the rest of the day goes out. And see if SPY's topped out here, if it's going to continue to work its way to the bottom. Look what it did yesterday, right? It kind of sold off all morning, and then it just, this remember our pre-market low, this red bar kind of hit this level, which was at 504.73, and had a huge move up, and it came right back down. Look, and it revisited the same zone, and now it's back up. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how the rest of the day goes here. There's a lot of day left in the trading day today. I'm gonna put it out there though. I think that the market sells off into the close. I specifically SPY. Maybe I'm saying that because I'm short, huh? Yeah, look at Apple here, man. Definitely. If you look at Apple, I've been looking at Apple for a while, and just look how it reacts to this. It's how it acts to this 200-day. Once it broke the 200-day moving average, this is an hourly chart, by the way. And then earnings, rejected, 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 right? So, yeah, it has a little bit of a bearish bias to it for sure. But I don't know what's going to make it move. I mean, look at yesterday. Even though that announcement came out yesterday, it's kind of giving it all back. Apple's giving it all back. All right, traders, we got about 5 more minutes before I go off air. You guys let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns. Feel free to let me know. Otherwise, no big deal. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. Please make sure you guys check out other traders on the platform here on Tradecaster. There's some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful traders on here. Make sure that you guys are, giving them a little bit of time as well. And we'll be back here again on Friday to watch the Friday, our Don't Lose Your Gains Friday segment. So make sure you're here for that so we can kind of see how the week ended, do a quick recap of the week, and then make sure you guys check out those videos, check out the Instagram, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the show, and, come hang out with us a couple times a week just for a couple hours. We appreciate you guys being here with me and watching me rant or hearing me rant. Well, watching me too, right? Because you're watching me too, so. $50.75 on the S&P. ARC's pumping. ARC's been doing well. We're sitting on, speaking to Toquito earlier today, we're sitting on ARC calls, $70 strike price for April. So there's an April strike price on that. We'll see if that hits. All right, traders. Traders. It is about that time for me. I got to get out the door. Just want to thank everybody again for joining us today on the stream. It's been my pleasure to share a little bit of my thoughts and a little bit of my trading, I guess, experience with you guys. But above all else, make sure you guys subscribe to the stream here. Nice hanging out with you guys today. I appreciate you guys' time. We'll be back here again on Friday. Same time, same channel. Make sure you guys come and hang out with us then. SPY starting to make a move to the upside. We'll see what happens. I still say we sell off, but we shall see. Other than that, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Appreciate your time. And come back on Friday. We'll do it all over again. Thanks so much, man. Peace.